Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany Jennings, and I'm coming to you live from the Seniors Blue Book. And today we are joined by many talented and wonderful people from our senior living communities. And so today we're going to spend a little time going around and introducing everybody, but also we want to give some updates on visitation and tours and just kind of how everybody is conducting since we're heading towards a little more normalcy, as people call it. But we just want to hopefully help each other, support one another as we always do, and just kind of bounce ideas off each other of how we can basically serve our seniors every day. So I'm gonna start picking on people here, and I want to start over with Stephen and Melissa at Heartis. So tell us a little bit about Heartis Venice.
Yes, well, we are a new independent living, assisted living, and memory care community coming to the North Venice area. We are expected to be getting our CO in early November, so we're able to move residents in early to mid-December. And with that, we are currently in our Welcome Center, so we are in a unique position compared to a lot of the communities out there that are already open, and that we are able to just schedule tours at, within our time slots where they can come in, and we have time beforehand to fully sanitize everything. We have time afterwards to fully sanitize everything before the next tour. So we have, a welcome center where we're able to wear masks and be socially distant while also not having to worry about seniors like you might need to in a community.
Awesome. And Melissa, you're the general manager there.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Very excited to be a part of your group, Brittany, as you've helped us a lot with all of these fun marketing events. But also, yes, we're very excited for opening. We're moving right along with construction. I think every week we're allowed there on Wednesdays. So when we go over to see the community, it's just so much more has been done. So we just cannot wait. We're very excited.
Yeah, I'm ready to take a dip in that pool behind you there. So
yeah, it's beautiful.
I was gonna say it's just a couple months away, and then we'll have a pool party.
Exactly. And watch out, we're having fall weather this week, meaning we're going to be in the 80s.
Burr.
Exactly. So thank you guys so much for being here. Let's jump over to Kim Spencer at Village Place.
Good morning. I'm Kim. I'm with Village Place Senior Living in Port Charlotte. We're assisted living and memory care. And what makes us unique is our setup. We have the neighborhoods. So each neighborhood has its own living room, dining room, country kitchen, and only 10 apartments. So it's more home-like and warm. And definitely admitting people finally now. So
awesome. Very exciting. Lisa with Tuscan Gardens.
Hey, everybody. So I'm Lisa, Sales and Marketing Director here at Tuscan Gardens. And let's see, we just started like a week and a half ago, allowing people to come in. And I'm trying to think what makes us special here at Tuscan Gardens. Food is incredible here. We have an amazing chef, and he's really good at desserts, which is kind of my weakness. So that hasn't been good. I'm wearing stretchy pants all the time now. I can't finish my old stuff. But besides that, I think we all have this, the heart of your community. Like, we have such a good-hearted group of people working together. So between the food and the people, I think both are strong points. But
awesome. And you guys are now, you're like new brands. I just saw your billboard yesterday is #Tuscan Strong.
It is.
So, I love
that's
that.
Our director of social media. She's incredible. And she's come up with some great things. We have a website now, Tuscan Strong, that just, it's encouraging with all the things that we try to do. And as all of you did, I mean, it was a different time for us all. And so we had to be inventive and creative with how to love on our existing residents. So, but it was fun. I mean, God presents some obstacles in life, and you just have to roll with it. And that's kind of what we did here.
Exactly. And I saw some of your dance moves. They were awesome.
Yeah. I have no rhythm, so I tried.
Well, thanks for being here. Jesse with Life Care.
Good morning. I think I'm the only skilled nursing facility on here, but
You and Vonda.
Okay. So at Life Care Center, we're the only rehab facility in Punta Gorda. We're just over the bridge in the historic downtown district. We offer something that's a little different from other rehab and nursing facilities here in Charlotte County. We have a 27-bed memory care for females only. We're a little bit more stressed right now, even though we're moving into phase 3. We're more stringent upon allowing visitation for the touring of the building. We actually have recently opened for general visitation for our long-term care residents. However, when we have positive cases occur, we have to put everything on hold for 14 days and stop all general visitation. So all of my touring is happening online at our website, and we are now up and running on Facebook. I encourage you all to like our page because we have not been on social media. So it's a much different phase 3 in the rehab and the long-term care setting versus you all in assisted living.
Definitely. Thanks for sharing. We'll come back to kind of talk about some of the differences here in just a moment. But I want to go over to Renee at Cypress Springs.
Hello there and good morning, Renee, Sales Marketing Director here at Cypress Springs. Love and Life. We are open. We have been doing tours. We've been very fortunate, and all of our folks are very adamant they refuse to catch anything. So we've been like knocking on wood. Life has been good. Food is awesome here. We have awesome chefs that kind of step up, and a little competitiveness going on in there. So it makes it very nice, very homey atmosphere. Staff is great. Big family here, big family. So come on down. Come see what Cypress Strong is doing.
Oh, see what she did with that.
There you go.
I love it. I love it. And you mentioned too, you guys have been traveling, and Heartis has been doing the same thing. And I'm sure a lot of the communities to keep everybody entertained and well fed, you know, very important during these times. But you guys, in the picture behind you, you've been traveling with your residents.
Absolutely. We have an awesome activities coordinator. They come up with some great things to do. So getting some of us virtual traveling, if you will, as well as being able to kind of get out, even taking some of our residents out to get an ice cream by the beach and go in, grab your ice cream, get back in, and everyone's masked up, everyone's playing it safe and, you know, coming back. But it was just a breath of fresh air for them.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. And we're going to go over to Ashley with Harbor Chase.
Morning. So my name is Ashley. I'm the Director of Sales here at Harbor Chase of Sarasota. So we have been located here in Sarasota for the past 5 years. We're on the corner of Proctor and Honore. And we offer both assisted living and memory care apartments. So our main focus here is on hospitality, and especially over the past few months, we've really been focusing on how we can extend that hospitality even more so to our residents to keep them happy while we're.
Oh, we lost her for a second there. Oh, there, you're back.
Okay. I don't know how much you heard.
We lost the last maybe 5, 7 seconds.
Oh, okay. So
All right. Well, we're going to come back to Ashley. Hopefully, for some reason, technology is freezing on you over there at Harbor Chase. All right. So let's jump over to Noelle with Lexington Manor.
Good morning. I'm Noelle. I'm the Sales and Marketing Director for Lexington Manor in Port Charlotte. We're right on Veterans Boulevard. We have 85 apartments. We have 9 different floor plans. We actually have the largest 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Charlotte County as far as square footage. We have just been trying to keep our residents happy and have fun and, you know, keep everybody going these last couple of months. We're super excited that, you know, I know we're going to talk about this in a few minutes, but we're super excited that we can finally start to open up a little bit. And I know everybody else has kind of been ready for that too on the outside, I find. So yeah, we can't wait for people to come by and start to see our community again.
And you guys had it looked like such a fun week for celebrating Assisted Living Week with all of your different themed outfits and everything.
We did. We have a really great team here. So we just kind of all banded together. We're all silly. And that's like what I think makes it so much fun here. The dog gets dressed up too, although I think by Thursday, Friday, he was kind of over it. As you could see, like the pictures kind of got like where he was almost like sad. But we had so much fun with the residents. We gave out, prizes to everybody, and the staff just really got into it too. So it just really boosts the morale when the staff gets into it, and everybody's just like a big family.
Absolutely. And even just being an outsider, seeing all the different things you guys are doing, you see a resident happy, that makes you happy. And so that's what it's all about.
Definitely.
So Stephanie with Discovery Commons, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brittany. So we're super excited about moving into the next phase of visitation. I'm sure we all are, to see our residents be able to see their loved ones in a more personal way. Right now, we are an assisted living and memory care community, and we're very homey, very family oriented, with 18 rooms in AL and 18 rooms in memory care. We have a nice shaded community with front porches that, we are able to host these visitations with families all along, which has been really great. Now that we're able to do on-site tours, that opens up a lot, as far as, with residents and seeing their families and, and the families that are looking for placement as well, and having that comfort to know that they can visit their loved ones. Also, Discovery Senior Living has unveiled a near and dear program. So they provided us with free rapid COVID testing kits. So our families can come in now, not only to visit, but they can get more intimate with their loved one as far as hugging and kissing, and knowing that they're COVID free. And we can provide this test to them every 7 days, and provide them proper PPE equipment and gowns so that they can hug and kiss again and touch each other, which has been really phenomenal of our company to provide that for us. So we're very excited about that, very excited. And we still continue to host outdoor events in our community, and that's been a lot of fun. We had our summer concert series last month, and upcoming we're going to have Oktoberfest and a Halloween party. So we're looking forward to that.
Awesome. And I hope you have another I Missed Your Dog parade.
Oh,
and I know
we did have a dog parade, and then this little guy just joined the group.
Aww.
So if you want to come visit our community and visit Blaze, he's 9 weeks old. Residents are eating him up and arguing over him.
I was going to say, like, sold, sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So come see him.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, Donna Gallagher from the Windsor.
Well, good morning. I'm Donna Gollier, the Sales and Marketing Director for the Windsor of Venice. And we're just doing so great here. We remain COVID-free, which we're able to move on, and we're doing tours, and we're also having visitations. And one of the things I think that makes us special here at the Windsor, there's lots of things, but of course our employees, to me, are the most special, our staff here, because most everybody have been here for at least 2 years, and some of them as long as we've been open for over 10 years. So very stable staffing, and a lot of the education and things like that Legend Senior Living provides to our employees. So, it really benefits our residents and helps them to get assimilated quickly, into the community, get them settled. And, our owners actually, most people, a lot of people on this group know that our owners are part of the originating of assisted living back 30 years ago this year is when assisted living started. So it's kind of a neat thing. So we are owner operated, and lots of experience behind us. So.
Awesome. Thank you much. Thank you so much. I can't talk because I've had enough coffee this morning for sharing.
Me too.
I appreciate you. All right, Vonda from Hawthorne Village.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm in a car. I had to drive to another appointment and I gotta get off soon. So yeah, Hawthorne Village, everybody knows who we are, where we are. And I will tell you about our way, what we do things these days. So we finally open up for visitation right now. This week we're doing appointments only. But you can come and you get your PPE and you get to see your loved one. And we are hoping next week we're going to be fully open since we haven't had any symptoms or COVID cases for 2 weeks, including residents and employees. So that's a very good news. We are very excited about that. We are in the middle of a annual survey, so that should be done soon, and hopefully they are so behind. I think we were due like in March, so hopefully that will help us and get back on track with everything, and we are very excited to bump up our star rating.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, Alicia Green from SaraBella. I'm glad you were able to join.
Me too.
Okay, there I am. Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Morning.
I was scheduled to do a little radio thing this morning, so I'm sorry that I kind of crashed your party here, but thanks for having me. SaraBella Senior Living. So we are a brand new assisted living and memory care community on Gant and Clark here in Sarasota. So we have 86 assisted living, very large, very bright. Studio, 1, 2, and 2.5 bedrooms. So we are excited to be opening, unfortunately, November 1st, but we just got moved to January 1st, but that's okay because it's going to give us time to really, get things really super shiny and pretty, and the landscaping's in. We have asphalt, which I'm thrilled about, and I have 2 model rooms. So as soon as probably next week, we'll reach out to some folks if you guys want to come and see the community. We're literally probably 30 minutes from Port Charlotte and 30 minutes from Bradenton, basically. We're right kind of in the middle. So I definitely want to invite everybody to come over, take a look at the building. It's super exciting.
Thank you so much. So I want to go and just call on a couple of you guys for some questions. So I'm actually going to start with, let's start with Donna real quick. So what has, and this is, I think, a good question to kind of lead into, in the last 6 months, like, how has it been, trying to move family members? I'm trying to move residents in and doing that virtually, and kind of how has that changed now, with being able to bring them into the community and tour them? What's that process been like for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a whole different way of doing things that we're all pretty used to now, I guess. It's all second nature, but, I've been doing the virtual tours since March, and with our company, all the move-ins with furniture and all that have happened at night, which local move-in companies weren't too thrilled about that for the most part, but things had to be done after 6 o'clock at night, although the resident could come in, resident themselves without their family or anybody else could actually come in during the day if they wanted to. But it's been a process, and all that we were requiring 2 negative COVID tests and things like that, which now it's only 1 that they have to have, and then what we do is retest again after a specified amount of days. Well, it's after 7 days we test again, but it's a lot different now. We've for the past 2 weeks we've been offering scheduled tours only. Like they have to be scheduled. We have a little email we send out to them with some protocol, and it's basically like visitors when they come in. Temperature, and they have to sign and fill out a little paperwork for us, and then we're always with them, and we do all the precautions and standards. And they're really not integrating with the residents in any way. We have a tour route that we do, so it all works out well. But as far as moving in, it's the 14-day room holiday, we call it. They're still doing that, and so we make it a lot of fun for them though while they're in their apartment. And I will tell you that it always starts off with, they're very concerned having to be in their room, or for the most part, even though I've had actually 2 different move-ins, 2 people who said, "Oh, don't worry about me. I have plenty to do to occupied." And sure enough, they didn't have any problem at all with the 14 days. But people are just being wonderful about it. Like I said, we're doing in-room activities with them, giving them a lot of things to do while they're in their apartment and getting adjusted. So I would say that it's really been a success. And now not much has changed in that part, because they're doing the room holiday when they get here and all that protocol there. The only thing that's really changed is that, we're allowing people to actually see the apartment and to tour in person now, like I said, with those restrictions.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So let's jump over to Jesse, being in skilled nursing. So are visitors allowed to come into your facility right now to see their loved ones, or how is that working for you guys? And do they have to have a distance between them, or?
Right now, due to a recent employee testing positive, we have put all general visitation on hold for 14 days. We have started weekly testing. We don't have any active resident cases, just the 1 employee. However, end of life is considered essential. So we are allowing those families to come in and see those loved ones at the bedside, and we provide PPE at the door. And all of our families who are coming in during that time are being tested as well.
Okay.
On behalf of Life Care.
So when things do clear for you guys, do you know kind of what the plan is for? Is there like a specified, I don't know, I've heard a lot of the communities or facilities have a specified room or area that the families come to. Is that kind of the game plan down the road?
Yeah, so for skilled nursing, we're monitored a lot differently. So we have a area on the first floor of our building dedicated to visitation. Everything is scheduled in increments of 25 minutes, allowing enough time in between each visitation to be sanitized appropriately. And then we have a beautiful center courtyard that we're allowing families, up to 4 families, socially distanced at a time.
Okay, very good. Thank you. All right, Ashley, let's see if your technology is being friendly with you. Oh, I can't hear you just yet.
Hear me now?
There you are. Yes. So how has visitation gone at your community?
So we are open for visitation. We're doing all visitation in our common areas in our living room. So families have to schedule appointments. That way we have time to sanitize before and after they come. But we've been open for visitors for, I think, the past 2.5 weeks, and it's gone really well. And then in the last week and a half, we've opened for tours. So we have a dedicated tour path that we're able to take prospective residents and their families on. But again, it's on a scheduled basis, so we can make sure, that we can steer clear of residents and keep everybody safe. But they've both been pretty successful so far, so we're really excited.
Very good. And if anybody wants to raise their hand, does anybody have like a story, like a special story they want to share about, a resident, obviously unnamed, but just being able to see the reunion of some families and residents? Lisa?
Well, I just wanted to bring up our hug wall. We have a really cool hug wall, and oh my gosh, the emotion that came over all of us the first time we saw a mother and daughter embrace. I get teared up just thinking about it. Like these poor people, we love on them, but it's not the same to have a daughter. I can't imagine how they felt, and that was very moving and touching to all of us, seeing that. But having people come in now, you know, it's just they have a new joy in their step. You know, they're just happier, and it's good to see that. So I just wanted to say something about our hug wall, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a great point. I remember you shared the pictures and some video footage of it. And like you said, that's what we would expect is the hopefulness that, you know, people have been isolated or in their rooms or in communities, you know, socially distancing, and to be able to see their family has to just bring this overwhelming joy to them and kind of just uplifting their spirit. So thanks for sharing that, Lisa. And I saw Jessie had her hand up.
I just want to make known that when we were open a couple weeks ago for general visitation, one of our ladies from the second floor who lives here was coming off the elevator with two of our staff members, and she saw her husband in the corner of her eye coming off the elevator. She screamed the whole way to the lounge where they were meeting. It's like making me tremble right now. It was really beautiful. Somebody who was used to seeing her husband 2 times a day, he would visit during mealtime, to it being almost nearly 7 months without just FaceTime. It really was FaceTime because she's on the second floor, so they weren't able to do window visits, but it was emotional for everybody who could hear her screaming.
Yeah, it gave me chills. That's awesome. Anybody else have any other stories they want to share? Reuniting? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Renee.
Yes, we had one of our residents. She couldn't see, she has grandkids and great grandkids. So here it is, one that's pregnant, and she had a troublesome pregnancy. And we had them where they were outside looking up to her window, and I'm up there fighting with the window to make sure get the window up so she can yell back and forth, you know, hey, and they had posters. Well, she had the baby, there were some issues, but to see her to go and for the first time, hold that little pumpkin, oh my God. You have no idea that and he's going to be fine. He had some little situation, had a little surgery, but he's going to be okay. Beautiful young people that had this baby, but to see her face and know, and where she was one of our residents that would go back and forth, she's staying here permanently. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sell my house, and that's it. So, you know, just seeing everyone come together after that, especially with a birth, oh my goodness. And he's such a cute little chunky. I just want to kiss him all up, you know. She's like, I just want to give me a kiss. So yeah, that'd be something else. Yeah, just.
I love hearing these stories. You know, a lot of us that are not in senior living communities have been working from home. And so I just like ache to hear those stories about residents being reunited and just the joy that it's bringing them. So thanks for sharing. I want to ask, so SaraBella and Heartis, you guys both are kind of on that same timeline. Is there anything you want to share with kind of how you guys are going to be opening your communities here in the next handful of months? Just, is there anything, you've both worked in senior living for quite a while, anything new or different that you guys are going to be planning as a newer community opening during all of this? Go ahead, Stephen.
All right, thank you. I would say that, you know, we obviously are going to be blessed that the people moving in, they're going to be the first people ever living in these apartments.
So cool.
But we are doing an extra level of sanitation before move-ins. Our company invested in like these huge big, like they're like Ghostbuster tanks, but with like spray that makes it sanitized, and it's like industrial professional grade. So rather than us having to go and get someone to do that and pay for that service every time we have a move in and coordinate it, our maintenance guy will be fully trained to be able to just make all the rooms super sanitized and ready to go. And we're going to be installing, you know, the health screening stations at both of our entrances to be able to take people's temperatures and make sure that they're safe and healthy and less likely to be a risk for any residents.
Awesome. It makes me think of like Ghostbusters. Like it's going to be like a fogger, like a clean fogger machine.
Yes, but for sanitation and healthiness.
Or if you're old like me, if we all remember E.T., where they walked out of the house. So same with Stephen is that the company that I'm working with now is going to be doing clean air type filtration through the entire building. So that's something that's going to be very new to the building, and basically the industry is going to be more fresh air coming into the community than recycled air. So that's going to be a huge plus for what we have. And like Stephen said too, is, you know, we've both been in the industry for so long. I've been with SaraBella since May, so I miss the interaction with the senior folks. So it's going to be so much more important, I think, for us as a brand new community, is what we have to prove. You know, how are we going to be, you know, safe in a safe environment when we're bringing on a whole new team and things of that nature. So I think behind the scenes is going to be huge for us, and to be able to talk about that clean air, fresh air, the sanitizing the stations like Stephen's talked about. We're putting in on, we have 3 floors, so there's going to be all kinds of sanitizers around, and so it'll be interesting to see, you know, with the change. But new year, new building, hopefully no COVID.
That's right. We're going to have a big party at the end of this year that says goodbye 2020 and hello 2021 for sure.
Yeah,
So,
I'll hope it.
we were together end of last week, and if anybody's interested in raising money for not-for-profit, we're going to be doing a pie in the face event at SaraBella next month. So, or I should say in November.
November. Mm-hmm.
That's right. So look for that. But hey, Kim, I want to jump over to you at Village Place. If there's any input, you've been in the industry as well, and I really respect your opinion and everything you guys are doing there too.
Well, thank you. You know, we started our visitations probably about 3 weeks ago, and it's gone very, very well. Most of our residents are meeting on the front porch with their families. We still have a petition, so we still aren't allowing them to touch and so forth. And then our memory care families are actually, we're taking them into memory care. We have fixed up one of the living rooms so that they can meet there. Again, still no touching, but it's still in the memory care. And some of our families, even from the AL, have met in there, trying to accommodate the ones maybe that have maybe some breathing issues like COPD, but also the hearing, so that when they're on the front porch, it's a little, you're hearing all the outside noises. So. But we're excited just to try and just have those visitations. We're working on our next phase, is when we can truly open up our doors. We're, you know, like I said earlier, we're finally moving people in. And one of the hardest things is, you know, we're trying to, you know, promote the community, but families aren't even actually seeing the community, seeing it through a virtual tour. I think the part that they like the most is they don't have to do the move in. They stop, drop everything off at our back door, and housekeeping and maintenance has to do it all. So they are getting out of that part of the move-in process, but just excited just to try and just actually see people going out, having people come in for a change. It's nice.
Definitely. Hey Noelle, quick question for you. Are residents allowed to come and go like with their family from the building, or is that something that's still in place where only for like medical appointments?
We are preferring that, you know, it's just for medical appointments. We are doing the family visits just like everybody else. We started that about 2-3 weeks ago. We have a designated area. It's scheduled, so they have to call in and make an appointment. Talking about a really cool visit we had last week. We have a resident that's 103, and he's lived with us since Hurricane Charlie. And we have an entertainer that I actually brought here from my last place I worked 15 years ago. So he's been coming here a long time, and he's very well loved by the residents, and he's kind of formed a bond with this resident. And he actually came, you know, as soon as we opened up for the visits, he came to see our resident, our 103-year-old resident, and brought his guitar. And it was just really awesome. And he was in, you know, our resident was in tears. And it was just, we all couldn't get over how amazing it was. It was really, really great. So I love hearing all those stories too. And I'm so glad that we're able to start to open up, because I just think everybody's been missing it so much, you know. And so the visits have been great. I did my first tour last week, kind of not a full-blown tour, you know, the same. We have our designated tour path. We have our studio set up as our model set up as our discovery room. So I've kind of revamped it on the inside and put everything I need in there to make people comfortable. And I just was so excited to have somebody come through the door be able to talk to people again. I know everybody else must be feeling the same way. I didn't realize how much I missed showing off our community, even if it was just a room and a couple of steps into the hallway. I missed it so much, and I'm looking forward to being able to do more of that. I've actually got 2 tours today. I don't know what I'm going to call them because they're not, you know, not being able to show the entire building, but it's a start and I'll take it. And yeah, absolutely. I'm just excited to be able to talk about our community. And, you know, we're actually 20 years old this year. This month, we opened our doors in October of 2000. So we are planning some kind of big event. We're going to try to do it at the beginning of November. We're just trying to wait for those phases to see exactly how we can execute this event. But we're so excited to be part of this Charlotte County for over 20 years and to be able to serve this community. And, you know, all of the positive feedback that we get from people. We get people that come in and they've had family members here, you know, 10, 12, 15 years ago. And they still remember the great care and the great atmosphere that Lexington Manor provided their loved one. And that means a lot to us here. It really does. We know word of mouth is really the most important thing. We've managed to keep our residents very, you know, happy and safe. I mean, we've done nails and I've been in the beauty shop washing hair and we've been doing it all here. Like everybody says, we've stepped in, we've become that family. It's been a really great experience, and you know, we're just happy to be here and serve this community. So
you've all picked up probably so many new skills that you could list, you know, as far as, you know, I know Lisa, you were helping residents with their hair as well. I mean, multiple people doing so many different things. So
yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna wrap up our call. Is there any last moments, or did I miss anybody wanting to share anything about their visitation or tours of their community or facility? All right, good. So everybody that's tuned in, thank you so much. This has been wonderful just listening to all of you, and mostly seeing all of you and hearing the joy that your communities are receiving by having families come in or just being able to return to a little normalcy. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So, so thanks everybody for joining us here, and hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.